Okay, we are back now with Mike from Distinctive, everybody. So thank you for your patience there. Welcome, Mike.
Cheers. Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry to you, Wayne.
No, obviously, there's no problem at all. I think we're actually on time so far, which is going well. How's things going with you? How's it going out there? Is it?
Yeah, good actually.
Yeah. Clients, we've got lots of clients at the physical event, which is nice to see.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely a buzzing.
After a couple of years. So, how's things been going with you? How's business?
Yeah, it's been good actually. It's been great. The start of this year is because we've had some good inquiries and inquiry-wise across the year. So some people look to go away straight away, and then others planning for the future. But the really nice thing is we've actually had people away. We've had people in Latin America in January and early February. It's been great actually to have people come back and give us feedback and say, they've been enjoying being out in Latin America, having had a couple of years of just not having people away at all. So it's been great to get this feedback.
We're finding a lot of our clients that we've sent away over the last couple of months that have travelled, and this isn't actually something that I've touched on with any of the other suppliers, but I think everyone, their mentality is that whether it's the test, whether it's the paperwork, it's kind of a bit of a speed bump to travelling. But actually, everyone comes back and says, you know what, it's nowhere near as bad as you're picturing. The paperwork would be. Travel, getting through the airport, journeys through the airport, and actually the travel is nowhere near as bad as what you're imagining. And actually, when you're out there, it's a fairly normal one-day experience.
Yeah, we found two things actually. People kind of appreciate being out more because suddenly they haven't travelled long haul for so long, so they really appreciate it. And secondly, they find it a little bit quieter, enthusiastic staff, very welcoming. People appreciative of people coming back.
But that's the thing; it must be so nice, for the destinations to be welcoming tourists back as well. It must be so nice to actually get back to what they rely on and what they love doing.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what's popular for you at the moment then? Destination? What's good for you?
Yeah, we're finding at the moment actually that I think we feel like people are looking for somewhere they can get away from it all and really relax. I mean, as Latin America in terms of destination that we specialise in. Lots of different holiday options, but we tend to find people are keeping it reasonably simple, maybe to start off with. Probably the one that's proving really popular is Costa Rica. Quite a compact destination, very safe, but also lots of protected areas, so packed full of national parks and reserves and stuff. So I think it offers people a chance to sort of.
Natalie has been lucky enough to travel away with you.
She
loved it. She doesn't stop talking about it.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a bit of a tropical paradise, really. So fantastic wildlife, rainforest, pine forest, and an amazing beaches. So I think it appeals to people because it's quite a compact destination. So it's just one lot of international flights to get there, and then when you get there, it's really easy to travel around. Not great distances. You can pretty much get anywhere within 2 to 4 hours by road. So we're not.
Fairly. So it's easy.
Yeah, exactly. And because it offers this sort of almost like wilderness experience, I think people appreciate that as well. We're finding maybe less popular we're finding maybe less people looking at things like traditional trips from South America where you fly between lots and lots of places, lots of internal flights. Somewhere like Argentina or Chile, because they're such big destinations, they often involve a lot of internal flights to get around. We're finding maybe for the next couple of months, people are thinking, well, we'll save those trips for maybe 2023.
Because we're finding a similar thing, essentially worldwide. We're finding that what's popular is single centre destinations. Partly because and I don't know, obviously, as you've just said, Argentina, etc. It's travelling domestically, so I don't know what the restrictions would be in terms of testing. But we're finding that multi-centre destinations, even if it's across country, you've then got to go from one country to another. You're doing another test, then you're doing another test when you go to another country, and I think it becomes a little bit chore. It becomes a little bit like hard work. Whereas somewhere like Costa Rica, as you've said, you do the test, you're in. Once you're in, you can travel around, and you're fairly safe once you're in. I think. Exactly. You find it a similar thing.
Exactly. And Mexico and Costa Rica tend to be two ones, and the restrictions are very relaxed there as well in terms of entry requirements. So again, it makes it.
And in terms of being able to travel, so for 2022, a lot of those destinations, so Costa Rica you just mentioned, etc., they're open now for people to travel to if they wanted to.
Yeah, very much so. We've got people there now.
And how is availability for? We're finding a lot of clients calling us up, and there's kind of like polar opposites. There's either people that call up and say, if we want to go away now, April, into May or June or whatever. The opposite of that, you've got a lot of people that are planning for further ahead in 2023. But what's the availability looking like for kind of closer to closer to now, more last minute type holidays.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, most of say for example Mexico, Costa Rica is good. There's good availability. One thing we're tending to find actually is flight wise, in premium economy and business, has tended to be pretty busy. So actually something that governs it sometimes is a flight availability more than the actual availability in hotels and lodges and that sort of thing. It strikes me that because people haven't travelled for a while, they often maybe, if they were going to previously travel economy, might be upgraded to premium economy, and vice versa. It's a bit like, well, we haven't travelled to yet, we treat ourselves. And maybe like, you haven't travelled so far for a while, you think it's sort of reasonably long, long flight, you actually do want to.
Yeah.
So we are finding maybe business class flights just being a bit busier for certain times of year.
Yeah.
But in destination, it's actually good.
Not too bad.
No, not too bad.
Okay. And yes, you touched on it at the beginning. Potentially actually where maybe they aren't quite as busy, people are able to get maybe a slightly more authentic feel for a destination if it's less busy, if they're not looking for that best spot for a photograph, etc. And actually they're getting a bit of a more authentic feel for the destinations that they're traveling to.
Yeah, I think so. You often, in the past, you might have heard someone say, "Oh, it's like going to so and so 10 years ago." Well, you might get that slight feel now in terms of like, it maybe feels, in certain areas. Certainly not as busy as.
Okay.
As it has been.
And then, so looking forward into 2023, are there any destinations that are kind of on the hot list, as it were? Anything that's going to potentially crop up as a popular destination that we should be looking out for?
Yeah, I think Galapagos has always been popular, but I think it'll remain popular, but I think it might increase in popularity as well. I think I think it's sort of trip that will appeal to people sort of post-pandemic, if I can sort of say that. Fantastic wildlife, really unique destination. I kind of want to sort of what you sometimes say once in a lifetime experiences.
Yeah.
And I think all those things combined would make it, a standout destination for people next year. Again, it's sort of destination that's probably prudent to plan reasonably far in advance. So again, 2023, I think planning now would be a good time. We tend to recommend if people are interested in Galapagos going for an expedition cruise there. So a cruise maybe somewhere between 4 and 7 nights to see the full range of islands in Galapagos.
Yeah, absolutely.
And something like that, just to ensure good availability on the cruises. It's one to maybe plan in 2022 for 2020.
So essentially, while the availability is there, get in early and get the best of it. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
That's interesting. And I think certainly, as I've said to some of the other suppliers, there's definitely a huge demand from clients that haven't been able to book holidays or travel for the last couple of years. That need almost for ticking off bucket list destinations, I think is probably more prominent than ever, or certainly has been in the last couple of years. I think people are just desperate to get away now.
Yeah, I think Galapagos probably comes under that. And also it's a bit like, again, we talked about it in terms of bits of South America, you're flying a lot all over the place. Whereas Galapagos, you fly out to the Galapagos to do, say, your 7-night cruise, but then you're on the boat 7 nights. So again, it's,
that's it. Yeah,
logistic wise, it's
much
pretty easier. But you're still doing a lot and seeing a lot of different things.
Yeah, and I guess you guys are probably hoping, but we're all hoping that obviously any existing restrictions now for any countries in terms of testing to go out there, etc., and testing when you're moving around. Actually, we're hoping that those are all released fairly soon, and they can get back to a relative normality.
So it's when I suppose when we're talking about restrictions, we're saying this is what they are now.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you're sort of saying this is the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, Galapagos, for example, is pretty good. You can either be fully vaccinated or show a negative PCR. So it's an or not both.
Yeah, absolutely. Which we're finding a lot more with. So even away from your destinations, but generally worldwide, we're finding a lot more destinations now are either double vaccination or do the PCR tests, etc.
Yeah, and there's occasionally like an online form to be prior, but other than that,
Well, I mean, as I've said, and as you guys know, we like working with you, and we know that you guys look after our clients when we do books. So well, thank you for your support. I'm conscious of time, so I'm going to go there. But thank you for coming in and joining us on the quick chat, and I'll let you get back to some clients.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.